Captain Marvel is a film about woman empowerment without subtlety, without apology, and to some people it will feel incredibly heavy-handed, but to others it's exactly the movie they want and need. This film is trying to do an overcorrection of the current zeitgeist for women in film. It goes away from every common trope, whether that's a sexy damsel in distress or emotional creature. Everything you can think of, they run away from, and this film justifiably has been met with a lot of criticism because it's not the best movie, but there is a lot of unfair vitriol directed at this film, which I think is unfair because it's an important film that's made brave choices. Whether or not it succeeded is another issue. Captain Marvel probably would have benefited from coming out after Wonder Woman. They are very different movies, but people are going to compare them anyways, so here I go. Wonder Woman, while I personally was not the biggest fan of, that character was very well done, and it managed to strike a nearly perfect balance of embracing your femininity while also being a tough, capable hero. Captain Marvel, on the other hand, stays away from those common female tropes. She completely lacks femininity, which viewers might not be used to and will have a negative reaction towards since it's something we haven't seen before. She's still very good looking and she's nice to kids, but that might be it. She behaves like a classic man in film behaves, which is often cold and quippy and just emotionally distant. There are a lot of women like this in real life, we just haven't seen it on screen, which I think explains the very divisive reaction to her character. Black Widow is also quippy and cold, but she's physically very attractive and played very sexy, which as much as guys or comic book fans try to think they're above, it makes a huge difference in their reception. This is still a fun movie, and there's clarity in what the directors were trying to do. Whatever you think about Marvel's movies in general, or whether or not it has an agenda, I think it's competently made. Captain Marvel, aka Carol Danvers, has a very clear arc of being ashamed of her emotions initially and being shamed for them, to eventually not giving a shit. It's not even that she overcomes it, she just basically says, fuck you to the world, I do what I want, and I am powerful. Wonder Woman already knows she's powerful in the beginning of the film. Already, she doesn't take orders from anyone, she's just figuring out how she can be the best hero the world needs. Again, very different stories. So to the issues of this film, there was one great fight scene where she's handicapped, but most of the rest are pretty mediocre. It's murky and hard to follow the action at times. The structure of the screenplay was also a little all over the place and hurt the engagement of the audience, mainly because we often know a lot more than Captain Marvel does, which makes it feel like we're just waiting for her to catch up on what we already know, which can get boring and hurt the pace. On the positives, there are some really nice standalone scenes that made me feel the emotional potential of this character, and it's always when she's playing off of someone else. I think Ben Mendelsohn as a Skrull commander is worth the price of admission alone. He revels in this role, in all of the different faces he plays, and I love how he chews on the dialogue and the scenery and every scene he's in. Samuel L. Jackson and Kat are also a great duo. I think many people will enjoy those parts. All of the throwbacks to other characters and Easter eggs are also well done, and you get really excited seeing them again because of the great world building Marvel has done. I just wish I was more excited seeing the current story unfolding and not just the references to other films. Unfortunately, the weakest part of this film might be Brie Larson. And that's not her fault per se, it's the script and direction. And even with that, I understand what they were going for. It just might have went too far with trying to make her tough. And we never get to see her heart or see her be truly vulnerable, which would be our way to connect with her on a deeper level. Overall, it's fine. I had a good time, and if you like Marvel movies, you'll like this. If you're going in angry because you think this film has an agenda, then you might not like it. But I don't know, you tell me, what did you think of this film? Was it a misfire or did you really enjoy it? Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Please click here if you want to see more, and I'll see you all next time. There are more than 20 Marvel movies out now. Do you have a rankings list? I know I'm getting fatigued, but I think we're almost done, so just hang in there.